Hi again. The light's not great at the moment, but it will be better when I start working on this. It might be better like that, actually. My job in hand today is I'm going to take the engine off of the Puch moped. You'd have seen it running in the last video. So, yeah, I'm going to get it off and then I can start sorting out that rusty tank then. So, I want to rebuild the engine, like I said. I've got all the bits now, I think, maybe bar one gasket. The transmission oil come today, so I've got that now as well. So yeah, I'm gonna take this off, so I'll show you how to do it. I don't think it'll be very hard. There's not too much to it really. I think there's probably only a couple of mounting bolts, and I'm gonna have to take the chain off for the back, but yeah, I'll just steadily get on with it, and yeah, we can have that off and I can have that on the bench then. So first thing first, the plug cap can come off, so I've got that off. I imagine it's one bolt there, I think probably one bolt there. So I think they're the two I need to take off. It would be handy if I could take the chain off. I'm going to have to try and find where the link is for that. I'll do that in a minute. The other thing, there's probably not much to it. Obviously I've got to take the throttle cable off. Not quite sure where I'm going to do that because I've just put it all back on there with the new gasket. Might be half tempted just to take the carburetor off actually and keep that separately and just hang it on the moped. But yeah, just let me have a look at this chain and see if I can get that off, because that's going to be the main thing holding it. And then I'll also the exhaust bolts as well. Hope they come out okay. And then yeah, we'll go on. So I'll just get on with them bits. They're pretty simple. There's just two bolts on the exhaust and there'll be a link on the chain. I'll show you that when I find it, or however I get the chain off. And yeah, then we'll go from there. I found the link. It's there. What I'm going to do is try and get a pair of pliers or something and see if I can just get that off. Sorry for the shadow in front of the light, it might be a bit better like that. It's a long time since I've actually took a chain off something. Oh, actually I haven't got that off anyway, that has come off nearly. Yep, so that link bit is off. So I'll just wind it back. I can wind it back slightly if it'll let me. Yep. I can just push that out, I think. I hope. Make sure you're in shot okay. Sorry about that. Just there it is. The cable's in the way a bit for you. Oh, that's better. Come in. I might go for a new chain, I might not, I don't know. I'll see. That's that bit. I probably should have released the chain a bit off the back, but that's off now. So if I can just tap that bit through. Oh, there we are, we're nearly there. Now that'll do, the chain's off. Before I start touching now, I'm going to put some gloves on. And then, yeah, we'll have the chain off. So it's quite easy. So I'll show you it when I've got the exhaust off, that's the next thing. I believe the bolts I need to undo are that one, and that one. I just think it's a nut and bolt all the way through. I haven't looked, but I know the bottom one is a nut and bolt. Just look, I'm sure they're all just nuts and bolts. Yeah, one is what holds this like bit of a bar on. The other one is behind the other side sprocket, which is like the pedal sprocket, and the bottom one is just a nut the other side, I believe. So I could do them in impact, but I'll probably just do them by hand with the socket. At least it's warming up in here a little bit now. It was pretty chilly to start with. It's a bit big, it's a 13mm I reckon. Yep. I'll just get the bar out, and I'll do that one for a start. I know it'll turn the other side. Actually doesn't. Yeah, but I'll hold that with a 13 the other side. I knew that was going to be the case. I'll try to show you. I'll try to show you me taking one out. I think I picked the hardest one, to be fair, but actually I can probably turn that, and the spanner will wedge itself. It was handy when it does that. Sorry, the floor's got a little bit bouncy in here now, which actually when I step up the camera shakes. I don't know where I said, but in the summer I do plan to put another layer of plyboard over the top of this, because the floor's getting a little bit weak. It is 10 years old now. Let's see if we can get this bolt out. Repeat this process 3 times, but I do think, I'm not sure whether I think the stand might be connected to the bottom of the engine. So there, that one's out. I'm going to just do the same with the other 2, at least loosen them, and I'll bring you back in when I think it's right for you to see something. I just thought I'd bring you back in here. I've took the carb off now, so that's sort of hanging loose. So that's okay, that's going to be out of the way. In there, I'm just going to check that the wires are the same colour each side. And I'm just going to snip them near the block. The reason being, I'm going to put a new little block in there when I put it all back together. So I won't be using that one. So I'll just snip them close, and then I'll know which one goes where. I think that's the only wire I'm connecting it. There might be the odd cable connecting still. I have still got the one underneath, the decompression one's connected, and I think the one to the lever up the top is connected as well. So they'll have to come. Come off the engine. Then, yeah, I'm sure it's just that bolt, and then the stand comes off with it. It can just sit just on its wheels and be leaned up. Like I said, I'm just going to snip them next to it so I know what goes. That's yellow, and that's yellow. The other one, there's a blue and a blue. There's a blue and a blue, and a white and a white, I think. Yeah, so I'll get on and get that done. So I've got them bolts loose now instead of sticking out a bit there. Everything else is off, all the wires disconnected. There was one like a little earth wire that's screwed onto the back there somewhere. I'll show you that afterwards. And also the cable, I'll just get the torch. Cable, you can see fitted in, well, you can't see at the moment, fitted in there. You can just, sorry about the poor light, but just into there at the back. One cable still in, which doesn't have to come out, and the other one has been took out. All I did was pull the lever, and I could move out with my finger, so I didn't have to unadjust that or anything. So yeah, so I think this is more or less ready to take off now. This engine, I've just got to pull in bolts. I'll try and put you on tripod, see if we can be successful in you seeing me do it, and then yeah, just basically I'll try and just lift it off of the moped, off of the engine really. So we'll have a go and see if we can film that. So it's a little bit tricky at the moment because I've got to try and work out. That one's come out okay, so that's good. That's good. This one is going to be the one I think is going to cause me a little bit more difficult because all the weight, everything's holding on that at the moment. Might even have to be unscrewed out. I think the weight's on it. I think probably it might work out better. We'll see. Not the best way to do that, but I think it's all right. yeah, I can feel the moped coming loose now. So I'm going to have to try and hold the sort of weight. There we go. I can just lift that off, move that back. The thing about these, they are nice and light, and there we have it. That engine is out, and that is, there we go, sorry about that. That's a Puch Maxi E50 engine on the floor. Just check that I didn't damage the, no, just went on the, just fell down on the decompression valve springy bit, so that's alright. So my job now with the engine is to basically take it apart, dismantle it, and new bearing seals, give it a clean down, and then I'll be ready to go back on. It shouldn't take me that long. It's no worse than really doing a lawnmower one. Basically, the top part is like a normal two-stroke, and then you've just got a sort of a big cog in there and a clutch the other side that runs the gear, because it's just automatic. So there's no real gears in it, just single speed. I get there, didn't take very long, did it? And that engine is out, so I'm pleased about that. I have noticed that that is bent there. I don't know what someone's done there. I think that could be part of, well, it isn't good. It isn't broke, it's just how they've done it and bent it round or something. I don't know. It's something I'll look at when it's all apart. But yeah, I'm sure I can do that. But it's starting to make me wonder now whether when I got it stripped down, should I just go the whole way and have it sandblasted now? I can't do this myself because my setup won't be working at the moment. It's too damp to do it, to set it up. But if I took it to the place where I have took stuff before and just got them to do it, it'd be all ready to paint, and I could have the body of it painted, and that'd be done. Because it seems a bit pointless taking it totally apart and then putting it back together if it hasn't been done. So that's something I've got to sort of mull over really and see. But initially I will take the two wheels off and the seat, like I said. See if I can leave the handlebars on at the moment. So yeah, I'll probably just off camera, it's easy just like take the bike wheel out, to be honest. I only got to undo the nuts there. There is a bit of brake there to do, but that'll come out much the same as the front. So I'll just get on with them. I'll get them out, and then at least when the tyres come, they'll already be out to do the work on them. And yeah, we'll go from there really, and then decide whether sandblasting will be done. I was a bit worried if how the wheel seemed buckled, whether there was any damage there, but there isn't any damage, and the wheel is a little bit buckled, but I don't think that bit there is helping much either. So yeah, I'll just get on with it, move this along a little bit quicker, and I'll bring you back in. Well, that escalated, and I haven't got much of a moped left now. It's basically just the carcass of it. So yeah, these bolts have come undone anyway. So yeah, there's not much to take that off. Just keep everything together. I'm not sure. I'd love to get all the old stuff re-chromed and everything, but I'm not sure the funds are going to go to that. And aftermarket parts like this, for example, are quite cheap. I'm just not sure whether this is a project to really go the full way, the big expense on. Yeah, so it might be done with sort of like for like, but aftermarket parts on this one. So yeah, that probably will be the way I go at the moment on this. It's all come off. So we are getting there. As long as I've been quite organised and put everything where it needs to go. There's cable tile on there. Just let's snip that. So yeah, them bars, I think they're like £16 or something, them bars. If you look at the chrome there, you can't see brilliantly, but the chrome isn't great. So yeah, we'll see what we decide with that when we put it back on. They're sort of a bit of an auxiliary bit anyway. You can see how quick they sort of come off. So yeah, the back end of that is sort of stripped now, apart from the chain and the crank. So I think probably I'm going to turn that upside down now so I can do them and try and get it off. So this was already loosened. This was here. So I'm just going to do that and give that a whack. Some of this will have to be replaced anyway, so I'm not too bothered if I do a bit of damage. You must shake around a bit because the floor will be a bit shaky, but has come looser. I just have to get a... Yeah, that's a bad move that is, because I won't be there. I don't think that's a right nut anyway. Let me get a punch on the end of that and I'll see if I can do it like that. I shall look into getting these parts new anyway, so I'm not that bothered if I... We've done that, that's out. The pedal has come nice and loose. I'll just turn around the side so you can just see that a little bit better from that angle. And also for my reference too, because there is some washers in there as well. Not much of a long washer in there, I don't think though. Yeah, we've got that washer there. Something on the end there as well, I think that's actually the old bush in there, and I've got new ones in them because there's around there again. If I move that pedal, it's some up and down play, but the actual pedal bit's okay. To be honest, the chrome on there isn't really bad. I might give that that one might clean up. Hopefully that will, because that will be one problem solved. I don't know whether the actual arm the other side's very good or not, but we'll see. I've got to get chain off, which for some reason it's come off itself. So me moving it around, the link has come out. So I don't know how that happened, but that saved me a little job. I'll probably get a new chain for it and new sprockets and everything actually, because I might as well go the whole way. Now let me just show you it from above. There we go. I've got to get. Well, that's not quite so important. I've got that off. I think that's meant to have a spring on that, and I think it's had it anyway. So yeah, then bush has got to come out. That means everything, the little block bit in there, which I will take out. That means everything from the back end will be stripped down then. So off camera, I'll just take that out quickly. I'm not quite sure. Oh, it's only a nut and a thing. So there. So I'll take that out. All that stripped there. Like I said, they've got to come out. A bit of wiring underneath the sort of belly of the tank, and then it'll be the forks. So I'll bring you back in when I get to the forks. The rest is all pretty straightforward. So I've got the forks moving a little bit. Well, not the forks, the actual handlebars. I'll fully undo it now. All right, good thing about these old Puch Maxi, they aren't exactly difficult to tear apart. Very simple. This one, and it hasn't even got the back shocks on. It's the more basic model, but actually the model I wanted. I can't remember how bike forks go actually, because they're just like bike forks. I used to work in a bike shop years ago. But it's all coming off anyway, so it'll jog my memory. There we go. So that's meaning now what I can do is start to get all the wires out. I'll do that off camera because I want all the wires out of the way. What I'll do, I'll pull all them cables through, like so, one by one, just so the handlebars can go out of the way. It's all well and good trying to do these sort of projects and go everything sort of as genuine as you can get, but it's so expensive, and that's even if you can find the parts. So I think I'm going to have to sort of do them on some sort of a bit of a tighter budget than some would do, because I've got quite a few projects. Like the Land Rovers, they never sort of have genuine bits on them. The scooter is going to have bits on that are aftermarket. So is this. It's just the way it's going to have to be. When they're done, they're going to look nice. They're going to look the part, and yeah, I can always keep the old bits in later date if I want them re-chromed, like handlebars, for example. I can have them done at a later date. Probably would never bother, because does it really matter? Not really, does it? still going to be it's still going to be a 1976 Puch Maxi in the main, isn't it? So yeah, we'll go from there. The forks are a bit rusty at the bottom, so I'll look into what I can do there. And the exhaust is a bit rusty as well, but I want the genuine, well not genuine, but the like for like one on it. So well, there we go. I'm going to get and put them cables through. There's another one there, I can get through there. Just for my reference, they go through that hole between there, and there's wiring in that there as well. I might have to take the end of that off as well. And is that cable loose there? No, that's the one that's got to come off. I'll get all that off and then I'll be back with you. Yeah, so now I've undone that. So I've got all the cables and wires and everything out the way. There's hardly any wiring on one of these anyway. So I've just got a box down here. Just one of the most important things to make sure you put everything in a box as you go along, because you will really struggle later on, like I have with so many things in the past. So that little top bit comes off. What we got there? Oh yeah, we got that comes undone. I think we nearly stripped it down now. There's some bearings in, but they'll be replaced with new. My aim is to get this try to get this done by April, but hopefully before that. But I'm still waiting for the V5 to come back, because I had to send for it because I never had it. Had all the information, but I'm waiting for him to get back. Now with lockdown in place again, I'll probably wait in a while. So it seems to be, if it gets done online, it seems to be quite quick. Perhaps it's automated. When they have to, human has to sort of look through it seems to be a lot slower. That's how I found my Land Rover in the last lockdown. But we have got that off now. So we're stripped down there. There is some bearings on the bottom there. I will just take them out, just so they don't fall out. Yeah, very simple, just like a bike. And yeah, the ones will be in the top as well. Got them out as well. So I'll try and stick them to there, just so I know which ones are which, but I assume they're both the same. So I think that is everything off of the Puch frame now. So there we have it. The Puch is stripped right down. The only things I've got to get out are them bits on the pedal, like the little nylon type bits. I showed you the new ones when you saw me doing the unboxing. So yeah, that's all stripped down now. Ready to, well, I've got to get stickers off. I'll heat them off. See if I can get the same ones. Seem to be able to get the ones for the Puch S, Maxi S quite easy, but these ones seem to be a little bit more difficult. So yeah, got to deal with that. There's a little bit of I'll show you. Bit close there, but which side is it? Oh, there. Just get it in position. It's been sort of bent a little bit there. I think someone sort of tried to put the wheel in wrong or something, and yeah, it isn't badly dented, just needs straightening a bit, and a little bit on there. Someone looks like they've tried to leave or something. So yeah, not a problem. That can be sorted easy enough. I'll just, before I sandblast that, I will just get them bits out by the pedals, but there we have it. It wasn't too hard at all. Sandblasting, I think that will go in the cabinet. Only thing I'm going to have to be careful with is where the bearings fit. I'm going to have to fill up that with something. I'll make some sort of a system to do that, whether it's a bit of dowel or something right through, and I can really tape it round or something well, because I don't want to damage where the bearings sit. But yeah, and yeah, that is it. That's a Puch Maxi frame stripped down. So it's a matter of now getting a box, putting all the bits in, make sure everything's in its place. So I remember where it all is when I want to put it back together. And then I'll piece it back together bit by bit with new bits. But you'll see some paint in action or whatever, what I've decided to do. We'll be moving on with this. There'll be little gaps between, but we'll be moving on with it. So thanks for watching, and I'll be along with another video again soon.